My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world, and when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada, or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's, the number one for travel.
COVID is here to stay, and it's not going away. It might seem strange, but the world has changed. And this is the year for good cheer. I could smell the ham. I could taste the sorrel. The festival coming. I can't wait to taste the black cake. Church, socializing with your friends, liming with the boys. We're full of festivals in Grenada. And this year, I want to visit my family and all the festivals without fail. Just as how we used to do it. Let's get back to what we know and love. Every vaccination brings us closer together. Are ready for the festival and the world.
This message is brought to you by the Grenada COVID Crisis Group and the Grenadians United in Virginia.
There is something new to the classic Westerhall rum look. Westerhall Estate Rum. What's your number? Drink responsibly.
Youth like us must be given a hearing.
I am a farmer and I have a story to tell.
I'm a farmer and I too would like to share my story.
Even though we walk over there Sunday to Sunday, we too have a story to tell.
I am a Catholic sometimes and I have things to say. I need someone to listen. I have a lot to say on behalf of single parents.
The Catholic Diocese of St. George's in Grenada has begun the synod process. Pope Francis has involved the Universal Church. Your voice is important. Come, share your story, your experience, and your expectations of church.
No frills, just great prices, only in Quartz. We don't just talk about it, we've got it. Shop with confidence and save big. Up to 50% off appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. Plus, pay with Ready Finance and get 1 month free. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
The general public, and in particular members of the Grenada Union of Teachers Credit Union, are hereby advised that the Grenville branch of the GUT Cooperative Credit Union will be closed at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, 8th March, and the GUT Credit Union's Victoria branch will be closed at 2 p.m. on Thursday, 10th March 2022. Management apologizes for any inconvenience this closure may cause.
Good evening. Welcome to the MTV News for Monday, the 7th of March. Coming up, police continue investigation into the incident surrounding Sunday's homicide in St. Andrew. Plans for Spice Mass 2022 announced during the official media launching of Carnival. Opposition leader calls for cautious planning of Carnival 2022. Meanwhile, and in sport, St. Vincent de Rocher defeats teammate Crease in 4 exciting sets. That's in the finals of the LQ Sports for Life Open Table Tennis Tournament. We'll have details to those and other stories coming up for you. Also the public forecast information right after the break. Stay with us.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
The general public, and in particular members of the Grenada Union of Teachers Credit Union, are hereby advised that the Grenville branch of the GUT Cooperative Credit Union will be closed at 2 p.m. on Tuesday, 8th March, and the GUT Credit Union's Victoria branch will be closed at 2 p.m. on Thursday, 10th March 2022. Management apologizes for any inconvenience this closure may cause.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening, I'm Tony Julian with the details. A young Guyanese national is Grenada's latest homicide victim, and another young man is in police custody, assisting police with their investigations into the stabbing that led to the fatal incident in the town of Grenville over the weekend. Troy Gill starts us off with this evening's news coverage of that story.
18-year-old Dominic Seals, a Guyanese national who resided at Sendor Street, Grenville, St. Andrew, is the latest homicide victim due to a stabbing incident in Grenville on Saturday night in the vicinity of an area commonly known as Trench Town. According to reports, 19-year-old Damiel Belfon from Village Road, Grenville, has been held for questioning by police in connection with the incident. Eyewitness reports suggest that Seals was in the company of his friends, including Belfon, when an argument ensued and he was stabbed in the process. MTV News took its cameras to Trench Town and spoke with some of the residents there about the incident.
It's a tragedy. It happened like somebody defend themselves. That's how I see it, and it happened that the person died. I mean, it's not right. I don't know what happened. I just hear somebody saying behave on yourself. And that's all I hear. Next thing I just see a crowd run. I ain't see what happened. I know. I just hear all the behave. That's all.
Well, to be truthful, I didn't really looking for that to happen to this two youth, because if you watch the phone picture with them, you will see two of them sit down in class. You will see his very good friends. And I don't know what led to that. I can't say much about what led to that. But they came here with a high talk, and it's just like you're telling them forget that, and it's a very long time they have that talk. You tell them forget that, you're always talking to them each and every day, we're talking to them. I don't know what led to that they end up in that incident the night. One die and one thing.
The community is outraged over reports that the incident is drug or gang related, and one young man also expressed how he felt about the matter.
Basically, the media has labeled us very bad, but nobody really seen what is the outcome of this. Right? every day, nobody do come in. They just seen us here, yeah, but nobody do really studying us in the back here. All they could say is we selling drugs and we like violence. So mean that something happened, they wouldn't come and find out what happened, they would just say things.
MTV News also reached out to the mother and relatives of the deceased who were too distraught to speak. MTV understands that both Dominic and Damiel attended the Grenville Secondary School and were friends ever since, leaving the community wondering what may have led to the unfortunate incident. For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
Meanwhile, one local pastor says although unfortunately one young man is now deceased and another is in police custody due to a stabbing incident in an area known as Trenchtown, that he still does not support the labeling of communities, as this can further isolate young people and destroy relationships within those communities.
Pastor of the Grenville Pentecostal Lighthouse, Reverend Samuel Niles, expressed that he's sad and disappointed by the latest stabbing incident in Grenville, indicating that he was friends with both young men. Speaking to MTV News on Monday, Niles said he reached out to the family of both individuals.
I could have hardly functioned yesterday in terms of church because I actually see these guys as very close friends who I interact with all the time, and so it felt real like a brother, a son to me. Yeah, honestly, yeah. I visited with both parents, the deceased mother and the accused mother, and expressed our heartfelt sympathy and pain at the fact that an 18-year-old lost his life.
He said he will be embarking on an outreach campaign in the form of a crusade in the coming weeks, where he intends to engage young people in the community, including Trenchtown and surrounding areas.
I wrote the commissioner, it should have started Sunday last, but because of the time, I thought it would be too short. So I put it for Sunday coming. We have an evangelistic outreach plan ready for independence. So I wanted it 6, 7, 8 to include the 7th. But I ended up a week later. And this is indeed to interfere with what I see as the attempt of the enemy to really get at the lives of the young people. And so we want to counteract that by going in the open and declaring God's word over the community and inviting people, especially our young people, to consider their lives.
Niles also weighed in on the issue as it relates to the labeling of communities as being drug-infested or violence-prone, affirming that it can further isolate such individuals.
You could reach them, you can help them because they show you respect. These gentlemen, as I refer to them, they refer to me. If they want to make a cook, they would ask for assistance. I give them, and so on. So I don't label them. I love them, just as they are, and try to reach out to them and include them in the conversation, because that's what makes them go further when you isolate them and push them away.
For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
In other news, Teron Jamie Belvon, a 47-year-old farmer of La Fortune, St. Patrick, has been arrested and charged for the offense of non-capital murder by intentionally causing the death of Nicholas Duncan, a 60-year-old of Medays in St. Patrick. Duncan died after he lost control of his vehicle, which resulted in an explosion at his house. The incident occurred after he was allegedly stabbed by Belvon last Wednesday. Duncan's elderly mother also died as a result of the explosion. A release from the police states that Belvon is scheduled to appear at the Sauteurs Magistrates Court at a later date. Christopher Braffett, steel bender of Hope St. Andrew, was arrested, formally charged and cautioned by officers attached to the Criminal Investigation Department CID for the offences of rape and indecent assault. Braffett is alleged to have committed the offences on Saturday, the 6th of November 2021. He was granted bail in the sum of $20,000 with one surety. As part of his bail condition, Braffett ought not to have any contact with the virtual complainant. Braffett is scheduled to appear at the Grenville Magistrates Court on Thursday, the 17th of March. In other news, workers at the Grenada Ports Authority returned to work on Monday after they'd halted work and protested last week after the Financial Intelligence Unit, or FIU, began to question workers as part of an ongoing investigation at the port itself. According to President of the Technical and Allied Workers Union, Andre Lewis, they had no difficulty with the investigation, only with the manner in which they were conducting those investigations. All parties involved, including the workers who were dressed in red T-shirts, attended a meeting on Monday, after which the workers went back to work.
Following on Thursday's action on the port, a meeting was held with the Minister for Labour and Labour Commissioner on Friday morning with the Grenada Port Authority and the Technical and Allied Workers Union. The union met with the workers on Friday night, and a meeting was held this morning, 8 o'clock, between the union, the workers, the board of directors, and the management of the authority. As of 1200 hours today, the workers are once again back to their normal operations on the port. As we said, we have absolutely no difficulty with the investigation. What we have been concerned about is how would the workers be engaged. And after the incident that gave rise to the workers taking industrial action on Thursday, 2 other people were interviewed, and they were interviewed in a manner that has been done before and what the union and the company had agreed to before. That is what was done subsequently to the Thursday incident. And that's all that we are looking for.
Now, should the conflict between Russia and Ukraine continue, fuel prices and the cost of food items can be expected to be increased significantly in the coming days or weeks. And Grenada, like other countries, can expect to feel such effects. Our news desk spoke to International Business Minister Oliver Joseph, who explained just how the country may be affected and what people can expect. But let's get more on this from Donella Hostin.
It is expected that the world will continue to feel the impact of the Russia-Ukraine conflict once fuel costs increase. This, according to Minister for International Business Oliver Joseph, will affect the entire chain of operations.
The conflict in Ukraine will have an impact on world oil prices. Once you have an increase in oil prices internationally, it will affect the supply chain. You're expected to see increase in manufactured goods. You're also expected to see increase in freight rate.
This increase in freight rates will also increase domestic food costs.
And therefore an increase in domestic food prices, which we have no control over. You will hear the expression that inflation is imported, and these higher prices are transferred to the consumers.
Minister Joseph says at this time they can only hope that the situation between Russia and Ukraine would cease soon.
Our hope is that the situation will come to a peaceful end as quickly as possible, so that the negative impact on food prices would not be sustained.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
In Grenada, International Women's Day 2022 is being celebrated with a series of activities throughout the month of March. These activities, according to Alice Roberts, Gender Program Officer attached to the Ministry of Social Development, include community outreach initiatives.
We will be celebrating with a few little activities. We will be having some community outreach programs. We will be having a workshop. We will be making presentations to different business places who want to know what the ministry is doing and what else they can do. We also having a peer-to-peer workshop where we bring survivors together and share more information with them and give them that motivation to go on.
She noted that they'll start tomorrow, the 8th of March, going into the communities.
Starting tomorrow we'll be going out to Grandlands, Valley, and Montu. We'll be going to the communities. We're going to be sharing information with them. We're going to find out whatever issues that they may have. We may meet other persons who just maybe need to talk, or sometimes we may meet people who have issues that we can take and bring and help them solve.
Roberts made a clarion call for anyone who may be interested in what the ministry is doing to celebrate International Women's Day to contact the Ministry of Social Development. That's the first segment of news. We have more coming up for you, including a look at vaccination requirements for Spice mass events. It's coming up for you after the break. Stay with us.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies flies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. Must be fully vaccinated to attend all matches and COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your seats to the action. Get your tickets in advance at windiescricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. Mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
6 p.m. Sunday, March 13th is Bingo Night. Get set for another massive Waggity Virtual Bingo.
And this time you can win
US $10,000. Tickets are only $10 US. In Grenada, tickets are available from numerous box offices island-wide. If you're playing from overseas, tickets are only available at GoToBet.com. Sunday, March 13th. Come join the fun and excitement online.
Play Waggity Virtual Bingo,
the new way to play.
Bingo!
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. After a 2-year hiatus, Spice Mass returns, promising to give carnival lovers what they have been missing out on due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Several activities are planned, which Spice Mass Corporation officials say vaccinations will be a requirement for participation, as Spice Mass 2022 will roll out with safety protocols in place for everyone. But let's get more on this from Nikita Hostin.
Spice Mass 2022 was launched on Monday, officially declaring the return of the festival after a 2-year break as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Celebrating under the theme Spice Mass The Return, a celebration of life, the media launch was held virtually from the National Stadium. Several activities are in the pipeline leading up to the Carnival in August, some of which will be held virtually. Highlighting the objectives of the festival, Chairman of the Carnival Committee, Ali Gill, revealed that Spice Mass 2022 will take on a different approach.
We need to preserve and protect and promote the Spice Mass brand. We saw that as absolutely important and critical going forward. I remember late last year, phone ringing off the hook, radio calling programs, people concerned, the hair trader having something in August. Since the invasion in 1983, I never see Gradians get nervous. And
to participate in Spice Mass 2022, including organizers, promoters, and artists. He explains that a bubble will be created for the parading of bands, panorama, and also Monday Night Mass. This ensures the safety of everyone.
We at the SMC already embarked on our own annual vaccination campaign where we are soca artists, calypsonians, people in the fancy bands, traditional bands, pan men and women, people who play jab, vendors, and other local influencers to encourage persons to vaccinate. Vaccination is important for us because St. Kitts at the carnival, whatever, over 80% of the population vaccinated. It's extremely important. And we know and we appreciate that vaccination reduces the risk of hospitalization and death. And as such, it gives us a stronger bargaining power to open up the carnival and loosen up the restrictions and so on if more persons are vaccinated. So it is in carnival benefit too. Of course, the first benefit in vaccination is to protect your health and life and that of your family and friends and so on. But it also aids us in putting on carnival by more Grenadian nationals, more Grenadians in the diaspora and so on being vaccinated. It makes it a safer environment in the COVID and in the pandemic environment.
Juve will be different this year due to the pandemic. According to Gill, each parish will host its own Juve. He mentioned that the National Queen Show will be held on the 27th of July.
Everybody stay in your section. Your section is your parish. For St. Andrew's Paul's Airstrip, they gave us that idea last year. They enjoyed it. We say you can do it a second year. We propose to use it Tantin, Old Trafford, Bonds Point, Port Highway, Reno, Tantin, Ring Road. Come around Bonds Point and back across on the Port Highway. In the middle of that, Tantin playing field, we'll cross the stage there. Similarly, Panorama, we'll have Panorama as normal. We believe that the steel bands and the steel band organization, which is a very strong organization, can deliver for us a panorama like no other, with their steel band players vaccinated. We have in Fancy Mass. It's just that this year take a little different twist and a little different turn.
According to Gill, there is a plan B that will be used in case COVID-19 infections continue to drop drastically, lowering the risk of a huge breakout of COVID-19 in the country. Private promoters must follow the Ministry of Health's protocols to host any carnival event. Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Opposition leader Tobias Clements says Carnival 2022, meanwhile, should be planned cautiously as the COVID-19 virus is unpredictable and cases could increase at any given time.
Only time will tell whether the move to host Carnival 2022 is a good one. Due to the pandemic, most cultural activities had to be postponed. However, as cases continue to drop, many Caribbean countries are moving on and hosting carnival activities, including Grenada, with the just concluded Carriacou Carnival. Speaking on the move to host Spice Mass this year, opposition leader Tobias Clements said we have to move on from the pandemic. However, we need to do so cautiously.
If they figure that it is safe to do so, then I say, probably, but maybe they must start somewhere. You can't just have carnival. You have to have a build-up. You have to have planning. And if today is the start of the planning for the carnival, which may or may not be, that you cannot wait until the last minute. So, but I say, in my disposition, I would err on the side of caution, whether we having it or having it not. Again, I say that we have to play it. It must be flexible.
According to the opposition leader, August is a long time from now and things can change at any time. He says the best way to stay safe is vaccination.
Yes, it is true, Clark, we just had Carnival. And while that was going on, I was praying to God that nothing amiss happened. I was praying that maybe there is not an active COVID case within that environment. I have been looking at the international community, and I shouldn't say the international community, but some countries like England, United States, Canada, they're relaxing the protocols. And we figure that we can relax our protocols too, but there is a difference. When you look at England, Canada, the United States, they're well over 70% vaccinated, but we are not.
Clement said, though preparation is in the pipeline, there should be a wait-and-see approach.
Would I put something definite for August? I said, no, we can't do that. While preparations can be made so that the cultural icons can express themselves and maybe we can have some economic activity, but I still say we have to play it by ear because we're not yet there. I mean, we would have to be flexible in our disposition depending on how COVID-19 might be.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
The World Health Organization, or WHO, Chief and PAHO Director Dr. Carissa Etienne have warned that it is too early for countries to either declare victory over COVID-19 or give up attempts to halt transmission. Nikita Hostin has more.
It is premature for any country to either surrender or to declare success over the pandemic, says the head of the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros Adhanom. And according to the director of the Pan-American Health Organization, Dr. Carissa Etienne, we can't predict when the pandemic will end.
It's encouraging to see that deaths from COVID-19 are now declining globally and in most regions. And it's pleasing to see some countries being able to relax restrictions without their health systems being overwhelmed. But it's far too early to declare victory over COVID-19.
Let's remember that cases may be falling, but they could possibly start rising again. And a new variant may emerge at any time. And therefore, each country should take the measures that they deem necessary to slow down transmission of this virus.
According to WHO, there are still many countries with high rates of hospitalizations and deaths of COVID-19. He says with caution, we can beat the pandemic.
And with high transmission, the threat of a new and more dangerous variant remains very real. We continue to urge all people in all countries to exercise caution, and we urge all governments to support their people to protect themselves and others. The only sustainable way out of the pandemic is to reach high vaccine coverage in all countries.
WHO is calling on governments to continue tracking the virus to protect its citizens.
How we ensure all countries have enough tests, enough oxygen to treat patients, and enough PPE to keep health workers safe. And we call on all governments to continue with surveillance to track the virus as well as testing to make sure patients receive the right treatment.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
One community in St. Andrew, which recently placed third in an inter-village beautification competition for independence, formed a new executive that will spearhead the development of projects and other social initiatives aimed at uplifting the community and fostering good relationships among its residents. Troy Gill has more.
Residents in Balthazar launched a new committee dubbed the Balthazar Riverview Community Group. The launch was held at the Balthazar Community Center on Sunday evening with residents, representatives from religious organizations, and parliamentary representative for the area, Honorable Delma Thomas, in attendance. President of the group is Doreen Charles.
Today's exercise is of twofold. One, dedication dedicating our community, our people to Almighty God, because in the past they had many groups and it did not last. So we want to dedicate our community and our group that God will bless us and that our group would last. Thanksgiving, because in less than 1 month, God has blessed us, became third in our independence competition. So we just wanted to acknowledge God in our community today.
She also highlighted some of the activities and community initiatives they have planned for the near future, which will include sporting and recreational facilities.
Well, we have a lot of activities planned. You know very soon that Easter will be coming, and we have a fun day already planned. Also, we want to develop our past year. Our young people, they are asking for a basketball court. Our children, they need a playground, so we are looking into that. Also a pavilion. So to achieve these things, we also have to have fundraisers. So these are just a few things that we have already planned.
One of their key objectives is to foster good relationships amongst members of the community and to bridge the divide between the various groupings, fostering community togetherness as the ultimate goal.
Well, one of the things that we would really like to see achieved in our community is better interpersonal relationship. You know, sometimes there are differences in people, and sometimes people don't handle it well. They stay away from each other. But we want to foster better interpersonal relationship among our community members. So that will help us to work better as a team.
During the independence celebrations, the community participated in an inter-village beautification project for which they placed third. The community has also been widely known for producing athletes in various sporting disciplines and hosting various sporting events and activities. For MTV News, I am Troy Gill.
That's the second segment of news. We'll have regional highlights coming up after the break.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
No frills, just great prices, only in Quartz. We don't just talk about it, we've got it. Shop with confidence and save big. Up to 50% off appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. Plus, pay with Ready Finance and get 1 month free. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
We are committed Catholics. Listen to us.
Youth like us must be given a hearing.
I am a farmer and I have a story to tell.
I'm a farmer and I too would like to share my story.
Even though we walk over there Sunday to Sunday, we too have a story to tell.
I am a Catholic sometimes and I have things to say. I need someone to listen. I have a lot to say on behalf of single parents.
The Catholic Diocese of St. George's in Grenada has begun the synod process. Pope Francis has involved the Universal Church. Your voice is important. Come, share your story, your experience, and your expectations of church.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6.
Even more.
With more money to the jackpot galore.
Play more. Win more.
Have more fun.
With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one.
With the new and improved Super 6 game.
The jackpot keep growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
6 p.m. Sunday, March 13th is Bingo Night. Get set for another massive Waggity Virtual Bingo.
And this time you can win
US $10,000. Tickets are only $10 in Grenada. Tickets are available from numerous box offices island-wide. If you're playing from overseas, tickets are only available at gotofet.com. Sunday, March 13th. Come join the fun and excitement online.
Play Waggity Virtual Bingo.
The new way to play.
Bingo!
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
Time now for this evening's regional roundup with Clifton James.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. Guyana says it will be submitting its written pleadings to the International Court of Justice, ICJ, in the ongoing border dispute with Venezuela. Guyana will be submitting its memorial on March the 8th in accordance with the schedule set by the ICJ to hear the case on the merits of the country's application concerning the validity of the arbitral award of 1899 and the related questions of the definitive settlement of the land boundary between the two countries. Guyana has on several occasions cautioned Caracas against using the border claim to the mineral, forest and oil-rich Essequibo region as a negotiating centerpiece whilst violating international law. Following their intersessional summit in Belize on Wednesday, Caribbean Community CARICOM leaders, as they have done in the past, reiterated their full support for the ongoing judicial process that is intended to bring a peaceful and definitive end to the long-standing controversy between the two countries and urged Venezuela to participate in the process. Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, has called on former colonizers to pay reparations to the descendants of slaves. She made the call during Ghana's 65th independence anniversary celebration on Sunday.
The heads of government of the Caribbean community have assigned me the responsibility of writing the heads of government of those European states whose governments were responsible for the extraction of wealth from our countries for centuries, and who extracted wealth, I dare say, from your continent and your countries too. There are those who will say and remind us that the specter of war makes it an inconvenient time to have this conversation. But may I say, it is never the wrong time to do the right thing, and I therefore hope that we shall have the support of Africa in these difficult and complex conversations that regrettably have led to the extraction of wealth for centuries from our nations in the Americas.
About 900 Russians took chartered flights home from a Cuban resort town on Sunday as airspace bans imposed after Moscow's invasion of Ukraine complicated travel for tourists around the world. Dozens of countries, including European Union nations and the United States, have banned Russian planes from their airspace as part of sanctions aimed at crippling the Russian economy. Russia retaliated by barring its airspace to multiple countries, including 35 European nations. An airport official in Varadero, a resort town near Havana, told the press that 927 Russian passengers flew to Moscow on Sunday, among them a group from the Dominican Republic. Another 940 tourists were expected to depart on Monday. President Volodymyr Zelensky has said everyone who commits atrocities against Ukraine's civilians will be punished. He said Ukrainians would not forgive or forget and accused invading Russian troops of deliberate murder. The president said, quote, "There will be no quiet place on earth for you except for the grave," unquote. Ukrainian officials say Russia is striking civilian targets around the country, including hospitals, nurseries and schools. Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
This is the evening edition of news on MTV. We'll be back with you after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
I've been a member of the Arizo Credit Union since 2016, and honestly I joined to come out of poverty. What I love most about Arizo Credit Union is their support in helping us as members to save. I was in the credit union like a little under a month. The sewing machine that I had went bad and I was in desperate need of, purchasing another. I simply went to speak to my loan officer. I wanted to know details of how to go forward. How do I become qualified to get a loan? And the next thing I knew, she said, how much money do you need? And at that time I needed $7.99. And she said, I'll loan you the money. And from there I purchased the sewing machine, and this is the result. As a young person, we all have those little achievements in the back of our mind that seem so far-reaching. What Arizo encourages us to do is to save. I'm really happy, honestly.
And stay with us. This evening's sporting coverage is next.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
The next chapter in West Indies' biggest rivalry continues. West Indies flies against England for the Apex Test Series in 3 test matches. Tickets start as low as $20 and local residents enjoy an additional 50% discount with online purchase. Must be fully vaccinated to attend all matches and COVID-19 protocols will be in effect. Secure your in advance at windyscricket.com/tickets. Terms and conditions apply.
No frills, just great prices, only at Quartz. We don't just talk about it, we've got it. Shop with confidence and save big. Up to 50% off appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. Plus, pay with ready finance and get 1 month free. Only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
Spring water is a water for every occasion on the field of sports, at your workplace. Just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
St. Vincent's de Rocher defeats teammate Crease in 4 exciting sets in the finals of the LQ Sports for Life Open Table Tennis Tournament. We'll have details to that and other highlights coming up for you. Do stay with us.
My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
A special evening now to you sporting fans. We turn you over to Donella Hostin for your highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. St. Vincent and the Grenadines' top player, under-19 champion Akil de Rocher, won the boys' singles in the LQ Sports for Life Open Table Tennis Tournament staged at the Youth Centre Montrouge over the weekend. In an all-St. Vincent under-19 final, de Rocher defeated teammate Michael Crease in 4 exciting sets. De Rocher was the most dominant player of his age group, dropping 2 games in the 16-player tournament, one in the qualifying round to Vaj Valsin and the other in the final. He defeated Razel Frederick in the semi-final in straight sets. Unseeded Frederick scored a major upset, eliminating the defending champion Cedric Marquez in the semi-finals in 5 sets. Michael Crease earned a place in the final, displaying superb composure and craft to turn back the challenge of Shamal Williams in 5 sets. In the playoff for third place, Shamal Williams of Grenada edged out Razil Frederick in a nerve-wracking 5-setter. He was defeated in his semi-final, losing to Vincentian Michael Crease in 5 exciting sets. In the Open Girls Tournament, Anique Bonaparte defeated Donnie Henry in 4 sets. Savin Frederick finished third in the round-robin playoffs. The boys under 15, featuring Cornell Walker and Dwayne Newland, produced a magnificent display of attacking table tennis. Throughout their best-of-5 matches, both players exhibited great athleticism and fluent backhand and forehand strokes, arousing the interest of the spectators. Walker won the first 2 sets, however, Newland bounced back to win the next 3. Clifford Romain placed third in the under 15. Zylan Lynch won the boys under 13 title, scoring 3 sets to 1 victory against Jonique Mark. Placing third in the division was Zaidan Gibbs. At the end of the tournament, trophies and other prizes were presented to the respective winners by the CEO of LQ Sports for Life, Mr. Wilbur Freddie Thomas. In his remarks, Mr. Thomas promised, among other things, to make the event bigger, attracting more regional players in 2023. The basketball court at the Grenada Youth and Cultural Center is being given a facelift. It is a gift from the People's Republic of China. The work entails the resurfacing of the ground, replacement of the backboard, fencing, and other requirements. The Deputy Chief of Mission says the work is estimated to cost $50,000.
We hope we take this opportunity to provide a better facility to the Grenadian youth to participate in the sports, especially at this pandemic time. And let's hope that all our peoples can enjoy the facility, and we can make our joint efforts to fight against COVID-19 and also to build a better life.
The manager of the facility, Rona Smith, says the renovation of the basketball court would ensure that young people within the communities in the south of the island remain positively engaged.
For us, it really means that our youths can enjoy the basketball court to its fullest, because we've had, over the years, we've had heavy use of the court from the basketball community, basketball clubs, individuals who just want to come out and have some recreation, bring their families. We've had schools come out, we've had some training, basketball training taking part here. So, having the court redone is significant for us in terms of us being able to provide that space so that persons can engage in the sport of basketball.
Indian skipper Rohit Sharma called Ravindra Jadeja one of the world's best all-rounders after the left-hander stood out in the team's crushing test win over Sri Lanka on Sunday. India won the first of 2 tests, Virat Kohli's 100th 5-day match and Rohit's first as longer format captain, inside 3 days by an innings and 222 runs in Mohali. Jadeja smashed an unbeaten 175 and claimed a match tally of 9 wickets with his left-arm spin to be named man of the match. Rohit told reporters, and I quote, "To me, he is one of the top all-rounders." End of quote. Cricket icons Sir Vivian Richards and Lord Ian Botham unveiled the new Richards-Botham Trophy, which will be won by the victors in Test series between West Indies and England men's team. The trophy pays tribute to 2 all-time greats, whose rivalry and friendship embody the close relationship and mutual respect between the 2 sides. The unveiling ceremony was held on Sunday at the Sir Vivian Richards Stadium in Antigua ahead of the Apex Test match, which starts on Tuesday, March 8th. And that's it for this evening's sports. I am Donella Hostin.
Thank you, Donella, for the latest in sport. And the viewers will have the public forecast information coming up for you, and then a recap of the top stories.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Good Monday evening, viewers, and back with the nighttime weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. Cloudy, hazy, and windy conditions prevail throughout the Eastern Caribbean today, mostly over the Southern Caribbean islands. The cloudiness, most of it upper level, but we have the usual patches of low-level moisture in the area. Look for more of those scattered showers tonight. In the meantime, the haze is weakening a bit. Most of it, however, is keeping to the south and is expected to move into South America, but we are going to see a bit of it here, easing into by Wednesday. It should be easing into the weekend. Right now, strong upper level winds, but quite a bit of moisture around the area, especially over the south. We would be seeing some more showers tonight and possibly into tomorrow morning. The forecast for Monday night is for just a few showers. Strong winds, however, would continue. They're coming from the northeast between 12 and 22 miles per hour. Minimum temperature around 24. The moon, it's going to set tonight at 10:37 and rise again tomorrow morning at 10:26. Hazy and windy conditions on Tuesday with about 60% chance of some morning showers. Cloudiness would remain, easing a bit into the afternoon. Seas choppy to rough, 7 to 9 foot waves. If you have to venture far from port, exercise extreme caution. The sun will rise at 6:18 and set at 6:17. With the cloudiness and the winds around, the max will climb to around 32 and feel like 34. Port of Spain is in for some isolated showers. Bridgetown will see partly cloudy conditions. Both will be very windy. Mostly sunny conditions in Kingston, Miami, New York, and London. Here at home, there is about a 40-50% chance of some showers on Wednesday with partly cloudy conditions towards the weekend. From Sunday onwards, we should be seeing fair conditions. The haze, as I said, it will ease by Wednesday and possibly return in the early part of next week. That's it for Monday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Join me again on Tuesday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
And now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Police continue their investigations into an incident surrounding Sunday's homicide in St. Andrew. Plans for Spice Mass 2022 were announced during the official media launching of Carnival. Opposition leaders calling meanwhile for a cautious planning of Carnival 2022. And in sport, St. Vincent's de Rocher defeats teammate Crease in 4 exciting sets in the finals of the LQ Sports for Life Open Table Tennis Tournament. We've had details to those and other stories and the public forecast information this time round for Monday. On behalf of the News and Production Departments, I'm Tony Julian. We all wish you a good night.
big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one Later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
'Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Well, good evening to you viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lottery Authority's Daily Pick 3 evening draw for today, Monday, the 7th of March, 2022. I'm Lexanne Fletcher and I'll be your draw hostess for this evening. I've got Ms. Josephine Clark joining me. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Ms. Clark is here to ensure the games for this evening are conducted in a fair and accountable manner, that the game balls have not been tampered with and are within industry standards. Don't forget, with the Pick 3 game, you can bet as little as $1 on inline, mix, and pair tickets, and from $2 on backup tickets. Let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It pays to play. Good luck. And first number is number 5, second. Second number 1, third and final. Third and final is 4. Let's recap numbers on the screen. Double check your tickets. The first number was 5, second number 1, third and final 4. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening. And don't forget, up next is a Playway draw. Hope you got your tickets. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner. You are winner. We are winners. Winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
'Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back. It's time for the Playway draw for this evening, Monday, the 7th of March, 2022. Joining me once again is Ms. Josephine Clark. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. With the Playway game, all you got to do is bet as little as $1 up to $10 or in increments on any number or dream symbol of your choice. And get to win 24 times the amount you bet. That's $24 for every dollar spent. Let's find out what the winning Playway number will be for this evening. Value your dreams, win your way with Playway. Good luck. And this evening's winning Playway number is... This evening's winning Playway number is the number 14. That's 1414. The dream symbol is Old Woman. Just repeat tonight's winning Playway number 14, 1414. The dream symbol, Old Woman. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening. And up next is a cash for a draw. Get your tickets out and we'll see you then.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back. It's time for the Daily cash flow draw for this evening, Monday, the 7th of March, 2022. I've got Ms. Josephine Clark standing in with me once again. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Don't forget, with the cash flow game, you can bet as little as $1 on most of the bet types, with the exception of backup, in which case you bet $2. Let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It's more plays, bigger prizes. Good luck. All right, check your tickets. First number is 7. Second number 8. Third number 7, and the final number 7. All right, let's recap. Double check your tickets. First number was 7, the second number 8, third number up was 7, and the fourth and final 7. If you're a winner this evening, congratulations to you, and we hope you got your tickets for the lotto draw. That comes up a little later on the estimated jackpot, $106,000. We'll see you then.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash Fall. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just 1 lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome back. It's time for the National Lottery Authority's Lotto Draw number 3333 for this evening, Monday, the 7th of March, 2022. Joining me once again is Ms. Josephine Clark. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Now, the jackpot for this evening is $106,000. Hope you got your tickets out and ready. Let's find out what the free ticket letter will be for this evening. Good luck. And this evening's free ticket letter is... The letter for this evening is a letter F, as in free. That's F as in free. Well, it's time to select tonight's 5 winning numbers for $106,000. Good luck. And the first number is... First number up is 11. Second number, 25. Third number is 5. The fourth. The fourth number, 34. And the final number is 6. Well, it's time to recap as per usual. Firstly, the free ticket letter. That letter was F as in free. That's F as in free. And the 5 winning numbers for $106,000. Let's recap. First number up was 11. That's 1, 1, 11. The second number was 25, 2, 525. Third number, 5055. The fourth was 34, that's 3434. And the final was 6066. Hey, if you got these numbers, congratulations to you. And of course, if you haven't won, guess what? You can get your tickets for tomorrow's games and do continue to support sports, culture, and nation building. Have a good night.
Say hello to Grenada's hidden gem, Mandela Court, a Grenadian-owned luxury boutique hotel tucked away in Lansipine. Our fully equipped suites are now complemented by an international standard restaurant and conference room. So whether you're having a formal business event, quaint garden wedding, or just a relaxed dinner for two, you can count on Mandela Court for that luxurious experience. Call today to book your viewing or reservation. We look forward to welcoming you.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Thomas Newton, also known as Lack, of Lassager St. David, employee of Public Workers St. David, passed away on Monday, 14th February, at the age of 79. He was the husband of Winifred Newton, father of Godson Newton, Belvon Thomas, and Cathy and Julian in Canada, Kim and Kelvin Newton, adopted father of Densley Joseph, grandfather of Rhea, Samantha, Kemma, Kimon, Daniela, Dwayne, Roderick, Kellen and Kyle Newton, Ricky, Rickson, Akim, and Akisha Thomas, great-grandfather of 4 including Sherry Noel, brother of Charles, Wilbert and Joseph Newton, Abraham and Lawrence Pascal, Juanita Marcel in Trinidad, brother-in-law of Winton Thomas, father-in-law of Madeline Newton in the USA, Kenny Julian and Fitzroy Thomas, uncle of many including Natalie Greenidge, many other relatives and close friends including Pastor Benedict Newton and family, Merlin Henry and family, Merle Mack and family, the Thomas, Pascal and Cradle families of St. David, Fortune families of Crowshoe, Baptiste family, Mason family of Malmount, Sabrina Daniel, Mr. and Mrs. Telesford of Coles Gap, Honorable Oliver Joseph, Joy and family, members of Grandin Spiritual Baptist Church, friends and neighbors of Lassages and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Thomas Newton, also known as Lack, of Lasagne St. David, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home.
Monica Telesford, née Felix of St. Paul's, who resided at Old Wester Hall, St. David, passed away on Wednesday, 16th February 2022, at the age of 84. She was the mother of Patsy Telesford, niece of Daisy Caesar, sister-in-law of Ada Telesford, Una Frederick, and Onita Jack, godmother of Raquel Felix, Elvis Frederick, and Joycelyn Lalion, aunt of Janice, Leonard, Glenn, Christine, Roel, Steve, Magnus and Byron Felix, Angela Redhead and Philip, niece-in-law and caregiver Christine Richards Felix. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends including Rosie Joseph and family, Daphne Sears, Cicely, Celia, Christine Bailey, Elizabeth Moraine, Minister Anthony Boson, the Woodruff, Felix, Telesford, Thompson, Lalion, Jack, Mason and Stewart families of St. Paul's, Happy Hill, Windsor Forest and Old Wester Hall, the pastor and members of Voice of Praise Assembly, Old Wester Hall and Global Mission, and friends and neighbors of Old Wester Hall and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Monica Telesford née Felix of St. Paul's, who resided at Old Wester Hall, St. David, will take place on Wednesday, 9th March at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the People's Church, St. Paul's, and entombment at the Mount Airy Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Elizabeth Winifred Paul Wilson, also known as Tanti of Telescope St. Andrew, passed away on Saturday, 26th February 2022, at the age of 68. She was the wife of Roland Wilson, mother of Betty Ann, Denise, Dennis and Ray Paul, Sheldon, Stacey Ann, Raquel and Brendan Wilson, grandmother of Nishwa Samuel, Mikel, Nathaniel, Keyshawn and Rachel Paul, Ayanna Best, Rolanda and Shaquelle Charles, Miracle Mason and many others, great-grandmother of 2, sister of Carlisle Paul and Monica Paul in Trinidad, sister-in-law of Maureen and Cynthia Wilson, Rhonda Rodney, David and Cecil St. Louis and others, daughter-in-law of Brandala Paul in Trinidad, niece of Merlin Cornwall and Muriel Sylvester and family, aunt of Sally Ann Libard and Wilma Gabriel in the USA, Nicole and Lennox Paul, Lorraine Courtney, Leroy, Leo and Leonard Mark and others. Many other relatives and friends of Telescope and surrounding areas, including the Honorable Emmeline Pear, Vickley Forteau and family, Alma Pope, Ann Courtney, Rickson O'Neill, Juliet Joseph, the Shade and McIntosh families of Carriacou, the Alexander family of Telescope, the staff of the St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School, the Commissioner and staff of Her Majesty's Prisons, and the staff of the General Hospital. The funeral of the late Elizabeth Winifred Paul Wilson, also known as Tanti of Telescope St. Andrew, will take place on Wednesday, 9th March at 2 p.m. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Wayne's Funeral Home. John Thomas Gunport, also known as Pokerman, of La Fortune, who resided at Chantymel St. Patrick, passed away on Thursday, 17th February 2022, at the age of 58. He was the father of Janelle Bowler, Morris, Jerry Bowler, and Michelle Bowler St. Louis, father-in-law of Robinson Morris, Samaran Bowler, and Roy Dell St. Louis, brother of Irika, Rolda, Faithlin, Bassanio, Robert, Gerald, Jr., Hilarion, and Shanitha, brother-in-law of Edward, Wendy, Uncle Moore, Eldon, and Dwayne, grandfather of Jen Lorna, Janaya, and Shadell, close and dear friend of Alice Horsford. Many other relatives and friends including Isaac, Chanel, Yvonne, Sharon, Zanette, Merrill, Clannis, Dr. Daniel Thomas, the Gunport, Belfon, Halley, Bowler, Morris and Horsford families, and friends and neighbours of Chantymel, La Fortune, Satez, Marley, and in England and the USA. The funeral service and interment of the late John Thomas Gunpot, also known as Pokerman, of La Fortune, who resided at Chantimel St. Patrick, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Judith Hilda Phillip of Chantimel St. Patrick passed away on Sunday, 20th February, at the age of 89. She was the wife of George Phillip, mother of Loxley Logie, also known as Lobo, Michael Dialli, also known as Duck, Anthony Tony Phillip, Ronald J. Phillip, mother-in-law of Dr. Ruth Decoto Phillip, grandmother of Cindy, Brian, Rohan, Roselle and Nathan, sister of Maureen and Chiney, aunt of 15 including McLean and Alson Andel, Jimmy, Matto, Erlene, Tessa, Sandra, Junior, Erla, Davis, Franklin, John and Bevy, sister-in-law of Emmanuel, Stephen, Garfield, Ruth, Eslyn, Antonia, Cicely, and Gillian. Caregiver, Violet. Other relatives and friends including Luther, Lionel, Roy, Gladlin, Robert, Dorrit, Marge, Pei, Castle, Yvette, Walter, Erica, Hummelin, Akim, Esther McLean, Helena, Hezzy, Cosmos, Nurse Nisha and Franslin, the Ali, Philip, Alexander, Andal, Francis, Cato and Decoto families, pastors and members of Samaritan Seventh-day Adventist Church, friends and neighbors of Chantimel, Digo Peace and Samaritan, and Mount Craven. The funeral of the late Judith Hilda Phillip of Chantimel St. Patrick will be held privately. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Home.
Carmen Arnold of St. Paul's, who resided at Montgay St. George, an employee of Pan American Life Insurance, passed away on Tuesday, 22nd February 2022. She was the sister of Reverend Cecil Jacob, Stephen, Godfrey and Edna in Grenada, Wesley in Trinidad, and Edith in the USA. Close and dear friend of Peter Phillip. Grandmother of Macaulay, Michael, Ahmud, Giovanni and Becky. Aunt of Adisha, Carolina, Kerry, Elora, Alvi, Ricardo, Brianna, Esther, Judy, Pearl, Ruth, Jocelyn, Jessica, Shirla, Rachel and Keith. Sister-in-law of Joan Arnold in Grenada, Liz and Hannah in Trinidad. Grand-aunt of Manny. Close friend of Marilyn Smith. Other relatives and friends including the Arnold, Alexander, Crony and Bishop families, Christine Wilkinson and family, the staff of Pan American Life Insurance Group, Spice Isle Janitorial Service, the pastor and members of Life in the Word Ministry and Faith Deliverance Tabernacle, members of CAB St. Paul's, and friends and neighbors of St. Paul's, Montgay and surrounding areas. The funeral service and interment of the late Carmen Arnold of St. Paul's, who resided at Montgay St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Ursula Antoine née Sandy of Happy Hill St. George, member of the Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, former principal of St. George's Anglican Senior School, also known as Hindesy, and pastor emerita of the St. George's Bible Holiness Church, transitioned to glory on Wednesday, February 9th, 2022, at the age of 75. She was the mother of Timothy, Anna, Deborah, Jude, Joshua, Stephen, Ruth, Titus, Samantha, Phil, Chanel, Ronelle, Janelle, Roland, and Hannah, also named Princess. Adopted mother of many. Grandmother of Kamani, Cherise, Adam, Crystal, Yana, Sarah Elizabeth, and Elijah. Sister of Winifred Sandy Batiste and Bibiana Douglas in Grenada and Helen Lewis in Canada. Mother-in-law of Charmaine Antoine, Osbert James, OBE, Neil Roberts, Sherian Antoine, Tira Antoine, Denise Antoine, and Andre Purcell. Sister-in-law of Gloria Antoine and Kathleen Stephen in Grenada, Dale Antoine in the USA, Kenneth Antoine in the Philippines, Michael Lewis in Canada, and Alan Boson in the UK. Caregiver Brenda Richard. Relatives including nieces and nephews, the Stephen family of Laborie, St. George and St. David, the Gabriel, Telesford, Samuel and Greenwich families of St. David, Ted Joseph and family of Happy Hill, the Sandy and Antoine families of Happy Hill and surrounding areas, and the Langine and Cador families of St. John. Church family, the Bible Holiness Church congregations in Grenada and the USA. Friend of Dr. the Right Honourable Keith Mitchell and family, neighbours and residents of Happy Hill and surrounding villages, Joyce and Twine, Diana Hercules, teachers at the St. George's Anglican School, past and present, communities of the Grenada Union of Teachers, Her Majesty's Prisons, Ministry of Education, Child Protection Authority, and Public Service Commission. A Thanksgiving service for the late Ursula and Twine MBE, née Sandy, of Happy Hill St. George, will be held on Thursday, March 10th at the National Cricket Stadium, Junior Murray and Royal Lewis Stand, at 1 p.m. according to Bible Holiness rites, followed by private burial. The Thanksgiving service will be live-streamed on YouTube and Facebook. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Mary Fabina Collins of Mount Royal, who resided at Beauséjour Carriacou, passed away on Sunday, February 20th, 2022, at the age of 66. She was the mother of Andy Collins in Canada and Billy Collins in Carriacou, grandmother of Mackenzie and Melody Collins in Canada, sister of Nelson, Edmund, also known as Tyre, Wallace, Vernon Collins, and Pamela, also known as Pammy in Carriacou, and Hedley, also known as Cairdy Collins, Sheila Fleury, Teresa Joseph in the UK, Lynette Charles and Esther Philip Paul in Trinidad, sister-in-law of Ursula Fortune, Cynthia and Marcina Collins, all in Carriacou, niece of Eugene Filbert and Aislinn Noel in Canada, Ronnie and the Honourable Anthony Boson in Grenada, mother-in-law of Laura Collins, close friend of Roland Bedeau, aunt of 21, close cousin of many including V.N. Ray Modeste, Alina Duncan, Veronica Fleury, Vantina Dick, Sylvia Coy, and Irma Joseph, all in the USA, and Mildred Charles in Canada. Many other relatives and friends including the Collins and Boson families in Carriacou and Grenada, the Andrew and Lewis families of Tophill and in Trinidad, the principal and staff of the Hillsborough Secondary School, Dellen Joseph, Sanny Charles, Mr. and Mrs. Michael Guadalupe, Mr. and Mrs. Anthony Wilson, Gloria Roberts, George Charles, Sarah Lynn Patterson, Aaron Prime, Gary Thomas, all in Carriacou, Genevieve Collins in the UK, Rhonda Daly of St. Patrick, and friends and neighbours of Beauséjour, Mount Royal, Tophill and surrounding areas in Carriacou, and in Grenada, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Mary Fabina Collins of Mount Royal, who resided at Beauséjour Carriacou, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacroix Brothers Funeral Homes. Omega Ferelia Jackson, also known as Wintress, of Bogles Carriacou, passed away on Saturday, 12th February 2022, at the age of 70. She was the wife of Leroy Jackson, mother of Amanda, Marcia, and Keith Jackson, adopted mother of Marvin Charles, grandmother of Janiyah, Ella, Leah, and Aidan, sister of Winston, Michael, Mona, and Cynthia, sister-in-law of Dawn Phillips and Steve Etienne, aunt of 15, niece of 15, close cousin of Alcina and Dawn Jackson. Many other relatives and friends including the Jackson family, the Quashie families and Phillip families, Verna Braffett, Rita and Wilfred Boson, Chester Noel, Lloyd and Jacintha Blaise, Verna and Ellie Cox, Rupert, also known as Boney Roseman, Sydney and Sheila Carby, Bridget Thomas and family, Donald Eno, Mona Alexander, and Monica Barclay. The funeral of the late Omega Ferelia Jackson, also known as Wintress, of Bogles Carriacou, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Ozra Mark of Nonpareil St. Mark, who resided at Hillsview, Grove, St. John, passed away on Sunday, 20th February 2022, at the age of 63. She was the mother of Godfrey Mark, also known as Babylon, and Jairus Mark, grandmother of Keyshawn, and Keisha Sanderson, and Diamond Marshall, sister of Osbert, Osborne, Linda, Elsa, and Jude Mark, mother-in-law of Vicklin Sanderson, sister-in-law of Ruth and Diana Mark, aunt of many including Nadia Mark Henry, Rondell Edmund, Nakisha, Kadeen, Levon, Leon, Kathy, Darrell, Giovanna, Curlis, and Elbert Mark, niece of Doreen Williams, grand-aunt of Francis Williams, Nesta and Michael Noel, godmother of Rashida and Shada Marshall and Crystal Samuel. Many cousins, other relatives and close friends including Janelle Redhead, Chantal Charles, Bernadette Telesford in England, Mariel Samuel, Julianne Ragbasing, Joyce Ragbasing in the USA, Estelle Marshall, Leo Richard, Lyrene Laborde, Kathleen Bernard, vendors and friends of Melville Street and Grove Fish Market, and friends and neighbors of Nonpareil, Grove, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Ozra Mark of Nonpareil St. Mark, who resided at Hillsview, Grove, St. John, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Nelsia Margaret Vincent, also known as Makeup, Mussy, Nello, and Auntie Nell, of Richmond, Grandbra, and Felix Park Cottage, Crowshoe, St. Andrew, passed away on Monday, 14th February 2022, at the age of 87. She was the sister of Catherine Superville of River Road, Florence Lewis Vincent in England, Daphne Vincent Wallenbram in the USA, and Veda Lucy Vincent Sylvester of Felix Park Cottage, Crowshoe, St. Andrew, aunt of Leslyn Sylvester, Ryan Sylvester, Liam Benjamin, Aaron Wallenbram, Kenroy Vincent, Mark Wilson, Kester, Neil, Christopher Regis, Gillian Lewis, Joycelyn Williamson, Madeline Wilson, Kelly, Michelle, Charmaine, Charlotte, Edine, Madison, and Denisha Benjamin. Other relatives and friends including Uncle James Lewis, Alwyn George, Henry, Glenn, Merle, O'Neill Findlay, Jocelyn, Lorna, Rhoda George and the George family, Sybil and Twine, Nautica Noel, John Dumont and the Dumont family, the Blackett, Worm and Vincent families, the Alexander family in Trinidad, Barbados and Grenada, Daphne Fortune, Glenda Samuel, Steve and Jellen McQueen, Lucy and Wellington King, Hermie Caliste and family, Donna Edwards, the Singh family of Latente, Dominic Sylvester, and friends and neighbors of Richmond, Grandbra, and Crowshoe St. Andrew. The funeral of the late Nelsia Margaret Vincent, also known as Makeup, Mussy, Nello, and Auntie Nell of Richmond, Grandbra, and Felix Park Cottage, Crowshoe St. Andrew, will take place on Tuesday, March 15th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Crowshoe RC Church, and interment will be at the Churchyard Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Velma Ada Murray of Monkridge St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street, St. George's, passed away on Friday, 4th March 2022, at the age of 71. The funeral arrangements for the late Velma Ada Murray of Monkridge St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street, St. George's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Thomas Tomkin, also known as Tomo, of Grand Anse St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 2nd March 2022, at the age of 78. The funeral arrangements for the late Thomas Tomkin, also known as Tomo, of Grand Anse St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Dorothy Jerome, also known as Dudu, of Waltham St. Mark, passed away on Tuesday, 1st March 2022, at the age of 99. The funeral arrangements for the late Dorothy Jerome, also known as Dudu, of Waltham St. Mark, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Barnabas Andrews, also known as Roger Andrews, of Windsor Forest, St. David, former employee of Customs and Excise, passed away on Monday, 28 February 2022, at the age of 59. The funeral arrangements for the late Barnabas Andrews, also known as Roger Andrews of Windsor Forest, St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Dennis John, also known as AE of Frequency St. George, passed away on Saturday, 26th February, at the age of 60. The funeral arrangements of the late Dennis John, also known as AE of Frequency St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Rollins Francis, also known as Tumpy, Redman, and Moneyface, of Montagne, who resided at Happy Hill St. George, passed away on Monday, 28 February, at the age of 56. The funeral arrangements of the late Rollins Francis, also known as Tumpy, Redman, and Moneyface, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Charmaine Link, née Frank, of Bogles Carriacou, who resided at the Glen, Montgay, and Lamode St. George, passed away on Saturday, 26th February, at the age of 41. The funeral arrangements of the late Charmaine Link, née Frank, of Bogles Carriacou, who resided at the Glen, Montgay, and Lamode St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Philomena Helena Francis, also known as Filma, of Mardi Gras St. George, passed away on Friday, 25th February 2022, at the age of 60. The funeral arrangements for the late Philomena Helena Francis, also known as Filma, of Mardi Gras St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Veronica Joyce Andrew, also known as Teacher Carol, Auntie Carol, and Mrs. Blackswan, of Tuileries and DeBlando St. Andrew, who resided in Florida, USA, passed away on Friday, 11th February 2022, at the age of 95. The funeral arrangements for the late Veronica Joyce Andrew, also known as Teacher Carol, Auntie Carol, and Mrs. Blackswan, of Tuileries and DeBlando St. Andrew, who resided in Florida, USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Wayne Celestine, also known as Sion or Fish, of Mamacan St. Andrew, died on Wednesday, 16th February 2022, at the age of 59. The funeral arrangements for the late Wayne Celestine, also known as Sion or Fish, of Mamacan St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, passed away on Sunday, January 30th, 2022, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Godfrey A.B. Alexander, also known as Natty, of Tempe St. George, a resident of Spice Residential Care, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
I'm Pastor Jerry Keynes Douglas, and I'd like to take the opportunity today to express my deepest sympathy to all of you who have lost loved ones, friends, members of your family or inner circle. Probably one of the hardest issues to deal with in life is the loss of a loved one, someone close. There is arguably no harder blow than to be separated from someone as a result of death, and especially so when that death has come as a tragedy, as a tragic circumstance. Our deepest sympathy is with you today. I'd like to share a word of comfort with you from the Word of God